Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and I've been late these last couple of days. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've been a little bit slacking on the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Reveals, just because I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering. It's a very fun card game with friends, and I've been having a blast learning new cards, learning the mechanics of the game, and having a great old time. So expect more Magic the Gathering videos in the future. However, that does not mean I stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It does not mean I stop playing One Piece or Pokemon or any of the other card games I'm currently playing. So today's video is going to be dedicated to Yu-Gi-Oh! And hopefully tomorrow, if I can finally find the Pokemon card I'm missing, I can show you my new Alakazam deck. I had it ready for like forever now. I'm just missing one card from the black and white set, and no store in my area has it, and I'm too stubborn to buy it online. So that's why that video hasn't posted. That's why I haven't posted any Pokemon in a while. I know One Piece just had their pre-release for OPO 13, which is really awesome. I did not join it. I just didn't have the 40, 50 bucks to join. Not to mention, it's way cheaper just to wait till the set officially drops and then buy the cards then. But do assure you, I will be looking into OPO 13. I do want to build Emu. I do want to build Blue Red Luffy. I'm really excited for those. Not Blue Red Luffy. Blue Red Ace. My apologies. And I'm really excited to see where it goes from there. However, I'm going to hold on for now. Just going to wait till the prices drop because it's kind of expensive. And talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, it's been a while since I thought about you guys. We got some brand new cards, and I want to talk about them. So, first and first, on November 5th, we got a brand new Saber continuous spell. I didn't have a chance to talk about this. This is a Saber combination. It's a continuous spell. It'll use a second intervention this card name once per turn. Saber monster you control gain attack equal to its own original defense while you have 10 or more Saber monsters in your field, graveyard, or banishment. Second effect, if an Saber, if you spell summon an Saber monster from your extra deck, spell summon one Saber monster from hand or deck. Okay, that just made the card good. I was going to say the first effect kind of sucked, but this effect makes it good. The third effect, when your opponent monster declares an attack, spell summon one Saber monster from your hand. Okay, this card is amazing. Why? Because it says, if you spell summon Saber monster from the extra deck, just E-Taliate Saber directly from deck, which is really, really good. The new support allows you to at least cheat out one Saber extra deck monster. So the fact that this allows you to then E-Tally out another one is pretty nice. Overall, not a bad card. I found the first effect was a little lackluster. Saber monster control gain attack into their own original defense while you have 10 or more Saber cards on field, graveyard, or banishment. I was like, why does it have to be 10? Why couldn't you just have that in general? Like, is an attack boost on all your Sabers that important in 2025 in Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't think so, especially with Sabers. They haven't been good in like 10, 15, 20 years. That's a little too much on a 20, but at least 10 years. Anyway, that is it for the Saber card that I just didn't have a chance to talk about. But we also got revealed for the new V-Jump promo. I did go over this card. We didn't have the effects. Now we do. This is the 3 Brave Sword Souls. It's a level 8 light spellcaster synchro effect monster. 2500 attack, 2500 defense. Its materials are 1 level 4 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. You only use the first and second effect of this card name once a turn. And discard a single summon, add 1 level 4 or level 8 spellcaster monster whose original attack is equal to its defense from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So I'm pretty sure that's Ecclesia. Pretty sure that's Albaz. I could be wrong on that one. I don't know. Pretty good. And the second effect is you target one face-up card on a field, negate its effects, and if you have an Ecclesia monster or Fallen Albaz in your graveyard, destroy that card. Negate destroy is always a good effect. It is technically generic, but he does require a level 4 tuner and a non-tuner. So that means it requires 2 level 4s. It does just search Ecclesia on summon, which is kind of insane. And then the fact that it just says target a card on field, negates effects, and then if you have Ecclesia or Fallen Albaz in the grave, destroy the card. And negate destroy is always going to be good. This is basically generic. It's not the most generic thing. Like, for example, my punks can't make it because we're 3s, so in order to make this guy, we need a 5. No, we can't do that because we need a level 4 tuner. So we need a level 4 tuner. That means we need another level 1. That doesn't really work for my deck, but I could definitely see like any rank 4 deck that plays a tuner. This is very easy to make. It's an easy monster negate, which is pretty nice. And overall, just a really good card, especially since the new Dogmatica cards are kind of insane if you haven't read them. And yeah, and then as of yesterday, we got brand new Charmer support. So we got more Charmers. Let's see. We have Charmers, the Grand Circle, level 6 light spellcaster, fusion effect monster, 1800 attack, 1850 attack, my apologies, 1500 defense. The materials are 2 Charmer monsters or familiar possessed monsters. Makes sense because the Charmers and the familiar possessed are basically the same archetype, kind of like how Fluffles and Edgems are a thing. You can only use the effect of this card name once a turn. And this card is Fusion Summon. Choose among these effects a number of times up to the number of original attributes, among them max 4. Apply them in sequence. You can choose the same effect multiple times. This card gains 800 attack. Add a possessed spell trap from deck to hand. Return a card on the field to hand. Spell summon a spellcaster from your graveyard. That is pretty insane. So if you don't know, the familiar possessed are like every attribute in the game. They're red, they're earth, they're grass, they're water. They're all the attributes. So the fact that this thing's like, hey, you can just, if you make this guy using those monsters, you just get 4+ effects. And they're pretty good. The familiar possessed spells are good. So overall, really good card. I'm guessing the spell book of Grand Circle, the next card reveal is there's Fusion Spell, because we don't have a Fusion Spell for this archetype because it never had an extra deck monster that wasn't a link. So this is a normal spell card. You can only use the first and second of this card name once a turn. Add 4 Charmer monsters with different attributes from your deck or graveyard or banishment to your hand. Then return 2 cards from your hand to the deck. Already insane. Just add 4, return 2, who cares? And the second effect is you can banish this card from graveyard. Fuse summon 1 fusion monster using Charmers or familiar possessed monster you control from hand or field. Opponent can't activate cards and effects with spots of fusion summon. Insane card. Really, really good there. These cards are amazing. However, the familiar possessed kind of do still suck. Like, to be honest with you, like, don't get me wrong, they got some really good spells and stuff, but the main deck monsters, they never really been that great. They have good links, but again, the deck needs a lot of love. This is definitely going in the right direction, but they definitely need more than just this. Overall, I'm happy for them, and that's really all I got for this video. I think there's one more reveal that I got over. This is really late, so if you already know about these cards, you can just skip the rest of this, but I'm pretty sure I missed the Shaddolls that came out. If I go back, I'm pretty sure all the Shaddoll cards got revealed. Yes, they did. So on October 30th, the day before Halloween, we got all the new Shaddoll cards, and I should make a video on this, so let's talk about it. So we got $1,000 Gusta. It's a level 7 Earth Rock flip of monster. You can only use the first and second of this card name once a turn. Flip, target 1 non-rock Shaddoll monster in your graveyard. Apply these effects. Activate it when this card is flipped face up. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can fuse summon 1 Shaddoll monster from your extra deck by banishing its materials from your hand, field, or graveyard. You can't spell the rest of the turn except Shaddoll monsters. So this card's already insane. And this card is just sent to graveyard because there's so many Shaddoll cards that just send Shaddoll to the grave. This card allows you to fusion summon by banishing materials from grave. That's insane. And it's an Earth, so this helps you make El Shaddoll, a construct, not construct. The El Shaddoll, what's the Earth one that's like a negate? You know what I'm talking about. This just helps you make that way easier. Also, the fact that it flip target a non-rock Shaddoll in your grave and it applies its flip effect. Copying flip effects is just insanely good, and overall, great card. Next, we have El Shaddoll Marshal. So we have another Earth Shaddoll. It's a level 10 Earth Machine Fusion Effect monster. They're like marionettes, so that's why they're machines. 2800 attack, 1000 defense. Shaddoll monster plus 1 dark and 1 Earth monster. It's unaffected by the effects of opponent activated spells and traps, and by the effects of opponent's monsters whose level and rank are lower than its current level. Well, this is a rank 10, so that's level 10, so that's pretty good. Once returned, you may pay 800 life points, add a Shaddoll card, or void spell trap from deck to hand. This searches Shaddoll fusion. Holy shit. If this card is sent to graveyard, also summon 1 Shaddoll monster from your graveyard. Absolutely insane. This card is phenomenal. And is that it? Is that the only cards? Oh, here we go. We got another card here. It looks like we got a new Shaddoll. Let's see. Then we have a new level 5 fusion. That's pretty cool. It is the Wind one. Windakulia. I can't pronounce that. Winkakula. It's a level 6 Wind Psychic Fusion Effect monster. 200 attack. 2800 defense. Requires a Shaddoll monster plus a Wind monster. Which is fine because the best Shaddoll is Wind. So that makes sense. Must be fusion summon. You can only use the first effect of this card once a turn. Quick effect. First effect is a quick effect. Change any number of set monsters to face-up defense position. Then change other face-up monsters on field to face-down position up to the number of cards flipped face-up. That's an incredibly powerful effect. Just book everything, unbook all your creatures. Not bad. The second effect is, in this card, set to graveyard, turn a Shaddoll card in your graveyard, add to hand. Not bad either. Overall, great card. And then finally, for the last card we got revealed, is it looks like we got a brand new spell card. This is Void Liberation. So this is technically an Infernoid card because Infernoids can search Void cards, if you didn't know. So this is a normal spell. You can only use the first and second effect of this card once a turn. Reveal a Shaddoll card in your hand. Add 2 Shaddoll cards from deck to your hand or different types, monster, spell, or trap. Reveal each of them, then discard a card. Banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Infernoid monster from deck or graveyard to hand. See, I knew it had something to do with Infernoids, especially since Infernoids are on the art. So this card's absolutely stupid. Now, Infernoids and Shaddolls don't have any synergy together, because Infernoids, they do not like levels, and Shaddolls have levels. Even though they're both graveyard-centric dual terminal decks, Infernoids revolve around like getting a whole bunch of Infernoids to grave, then banish them from grave to summon them out. While Shaddolls want to set a whole bunch of Shaddolls to grave in order to trigger their effects. And then you get the fusion summon alive, which is really cool. This card's absolutely busted for Shaddoll, by the way. You can just ignore the second effect because you're not playing this in you're not playing Infernoids in Shaddoll. However, its first effect to reveal a Shaddoll card in hand. Then add 2 cards from deck to hand with different types, monster, spell, trap. So it's another way to search Shaddoll fusion. Then you can add both to hand. Then you just discard a card. Is insane. Think about this. All the Shaddoll monsters have effects when you discard them. This card says add 2, discard 1. We have 2 ways to get the Shaddoll fusion now, which is kind of crazy. Since that's basically freaking Branded Fusion, like the OG Branded Fusion for this archetype, which is kind of crazy. This is definitely a good day to be a Shaddoll player. Holy shit. But that's really it for this video. I didn't get a chance to go over those cards. My first time actually reading those cards. And holy shit, I kind of messed up that I didn't go over those cards sooner. But that doesn't matter. Anyway, like and subscribe. See you next one, and bye-bye.